Welcome to the Extra Pass podcast presented by Melbourne United. I'm your host, Ben Hopkins, joined as always by my co-host, Adam Ballinger. Balls, how are you?
Super Bowl Monday recording. Sounds weird to say that. It's usually Super Bowl Sunday, but not here in Australia.
No, I do feel a bit bad. I've taken you away from the TV. You were really enjoying the Super Bowl.
Well, all the Taylor Swift shots at Taylor Swift, seeing who's in her media box. It's a big deal.
Well, let's the shortest episode ever, so we can just get back to the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah. Hurry up. Let's get on with this. Joel wants to get out of here. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't. We might not have to. It might not be a short episode because we got an interesting person in, a very special guest, a Melbourne United training player, Joel Foxwell. Joel, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
No, our pleasure. It's been an interesting year for you coming in as a teenager into this team. What's that been like?
It's been great. Obviously Melbourne United, the whole thing has just been a crazy experience, so surreal. Every day I walk in here and it's the same chills I get from the first time I walked in here, and it's just been so good for me the last however many months. I think I've developed my game so much more, and I feel like I got so much more to go even this year. And I've just been in the weight room and just all the different opportunities I've been able to get just being down here. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I guess obviously you've been working your way up through junior basketball, and then at Melbourne United during the off season we have open runs, and it's open to a select group of people who can come in. I guess when you were going into those open runs as a 17-year-old, what was your thought process being like? Oh, well, they want me here. They want to see how I can do. But going into those runs, what was going through your head?
Not much. I kind of just came down just to have a run around. Like I didn't come down thinking I was going to be the training player. Because I was so young. I was still in school. I had exams coming up, and I had obviously all the 20 stuff. I didn't think like I would have had a chance because of all the other stuff I had on. But I mean, obviously I showed enough at those open runs, and then I got to come down here for a few really private sessions and did well there, and it kind of just went from there.
I guess as you were going through those runs and you were playing well, was it going through your head just like, they've done this in the past with someone like Campbell Blogg?
Yeah.
Was that going through your head, or were you just like, I'm just here to play and whatever happens, happens?
By as a couple of weeks went on, and I started to talk to obviously David Barlow, Reece Carter a bit more, because obviously I was in the youth league program at Sandringham, and then they were the NBL 1 coaches. I kind of tried to build a relationship with them, and then so they just kept telling me to come down, and then I went to a few NBL 1 trainings, and it kind of just all flowed in and just matched up really well. So
Yeah, I guess what was going through your head on some of those open runs where you'd look to the sideline and you have guys like Delly or Chris Golding, guys you've looked up for a long time, they're watching?
Yeah, I mean it's super cool, and obviously like you said, like Bloggy. I mean how he went through it, it's just crazy. And then seeing CG and Delly and all that on the sidelines, it just kind of gave me more motivation to kind of play a bit harder. And then obviously now that I'm here, getting their advice every day, Shay Ely, Ian Clark, all of them, has just been super great for me.
Balls, when you were 17, how do you think you would have gone if you went into a professional environment and they just said, just go and have a run and maybe we'll bring you in?
Yeah, no, I always think of that now, like the ages of people. When I was 17, I was pretty good, but I was only playing high school basketball. You're only playing against guys your age, maybe a little bit older, a couple years, but I would have been not very good. I had the height, but not the experience. And it's such a big jump to go from high school basketball to a professional league. It's like you said, a great experience. It's good to hear that the older guys know your name and they'll talk to you during that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure they're really good at helping you out and giving you pointers. Are you doing much asking? Like, does it take, are you going to them, or is it more of, I assume it during the course of the practice, the course of maybe film sessions or whatever, they're kind of pulling you aside and helping you out. I would think they'd be pretty on the forefront with that kind of stuff. Really, really eager to help.
Oh yeah, 100%. They pull me aside all the time, just give me just advice on this play or do this differently, and then obviously they've kind of gave me the green light kind of just to ask any question. If I need anything, I kind of just, not be annoying, but I've been asking a lot more questions lately. I've kind of came out of my shell at the start of the year. I was kind of nervous to, I guess, ask for advice. And but now it's kind of like they've just told me just ask whatever you need. If you need any help, just let us know. So they've all been great, and I've been asking heaps of questions lately.
Yeah, no stupid questions sort of deal.
Yeah, no stupid questions at all. Every question is a good question. So
yeah, and I guess we talk about being in a professional environment. Basically, all the home games, you're there when you can be there.
Yeah.
We've just come off a really exciting home win against New Zealand, and they came in really hungry. It was a pretty intense game. What's it been like for you sitting behind the bench and sort of really being in that, like, in the middle of the action when everything's happening?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like, I spoke to my parents all the time, and people always tell me, like, not many kids my age get the opportunity to sit behind an NBL bench and watch how everything operates. And it's just been great seeing how everyone just is in the conversation together. It's not just Dean talking. Everyone's involved. Everyone's giving each other advice as well. And it's just really cool just to see how professionals like operate on game day. Like, even when we go in and do shoot arounds, I just kind of watch and observe how Delhi goes about his warm up, and I kind of just sit back and take notes in my head about what I can do, what he does that I can put into my kind of pre-game as well. So, and not many kids my age really get to see a lot of that. So I feel like in that aspect I have the upper hand by just being able to take more care of my body. And then obviously when the game's going, just seeing how Dean talks and the assistant coaches and just everyone communicating, it's really cool.
And then
really cool to see.
Yeah, and on top of that, does the crowd feel different when you're on the bench rather than when you're up in the crowd just cheering? Like, how different was that from maybe the first game you went to where it was just like, oh wow, this is really loud, this is different?
Yeah, like I feel like now, like the first couple of games I was just like shock. Like, I was just shocked about everything, like being down on the court and like the fans going crazy. But now when I'm watching the game, I'm still obviously cheering and all that, but I'm more like watching like how Shilly plays, how he gets it done, and how Delhi and Ian Clark, and like I kind of watch Pacific, like the point guards in a way, just to see how they are and how they're playing.
Has there been any like big surprises, like before having this opportunity of what you thought basketball at this level would be like to what it is, watching it from the sidelines, or even like in the locker rooms or in practice? Like, has there been any, is it, do they work harder than you thought, or is it like, is it, I don't know where to stop that question.
You have to say that they work hard.
I know you're going to say they work hard. But what's the biggest surprise, I should say? Is there anything that stands out?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, when I first started, I didn't know there was like how full on not every day, but like how much full on like the schedule was, like the amount of trainings. Like, obviously I saw Owen come in and out of like home and training, but I didn't really take into the fact how many times he went in the morning and came back, like when I was just like at school or like in the holidays. So, but like and the trainings are super full on. So,
I can't imagine it's a lot of fun being guarded by Shaylee every day.
It's not a lot of fun, but it's not a lot of fun at all. But it's like I wouldn't want to do anything else, because like it's an experience that not many young kids get to have, and getting guarded by Delhi, who's been in the NBA, and Ian Clark, who's been in the NBA, and CJ, who's one of the greats of the the game in the NBL. So it's just it's a crazy experience and super full on. But I've been starting to kind of get my head around it all. I was a bit still doing all different stuff, so I had all different stuff going on. But now that I'm here full time, then I can just fully lock in. And
Well, what was that balance like? For those who don't know, you only finished high school at the end of 2023.
Yeah.
So you were with, you're splitting your time between high school and here as much as you could. What was that balance like, being like, oh, well, yeah, I might come in for training in the morning, but then I've got to go in and I've got to get ready for exams.
Yeah, so that was super full on. That was like I was only in here 2 to 3 days a week. Like I wanted to come in every day, obviously, but obviously
More fun than school.
Yeah, much more fun than school. But school obviously was like, no, you're in year 12. Like, so we kind of had a deal with school, and then so I came in like on the Monday and the Tuesday, and then went to school the rest of the week. And then during exams, I kind of just took the 2 weeks off and just kind of locked in for exams. And then I've had, like, I thought after exams I'd be sweet. And then I've just had all different stuff. I had to go up to school nationals and 20s. And there's just been a lot of stuff that's kind of had to break up. So I haven't been able to get like a consistent run here. But yeah, obviously, like I said before, now I'm here like full time, and yeah, I can really lock in. But the school side, that was super tough for like a couple months.
What about formal? Did you have to miss your formal?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, well, that's good. Thank God.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But I couldn't have a fun night because we had training the next day.
Well, I'm sure it was lots of fun regardless.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Daughter's got formal coming up. It's a new thing for
yeah.
me. And we had prom, which is basically the same thing. But her formal's coming up. She's been planning for it for like months for the one night. So
She got her dress and all that.
yeah, he's got her dress, got her so many extra things though.
Oh,
Clutch,
girls-
earrings, tanning,
yeah.
all
Oh.
this stuff, limo.
Have you sussed out who her date is and been like, and sort of giving him the talking to?
They're just friends. No, I haven't.
just
No,
friends?
Yeah. She's got a good head on her shoulders, so I don't pry too much. But we got to get photos and all that good stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, she's excited. But yeah, it'd be a weird. You got formal, but you're also playing for professional basketball. You're kind of like Kobe Bryant when he went to prom with Brandy. You know who Brandy is?
No.
No,
I've got no clue who Brandy
before
is.
you were born. But he went to prom in his high school and brought Brandy, who was a R&B singer, like really popular singer.
Okay, right.
Just same situation, probably same type of game.
Well, probably not. Ice Spice probably more famous now than Brandy was.
It'd be like you bringing Ice Spice to your
No way.
to your formal.
Did you ask Ice Spice if she wanted to come to your formal?
I should have. Now my girlfriend probably would have got mad if I asked Ice Spice.
But what was that? Was it weird, going to school and you might have your mates who you were playing with and they were just like, what was Delhi like today?
Yeah, like they would ask, I'd get to school, I'd be so tired, I'd sit in, I don't know, math, and they'd all be asking me so many questions about, who'd you guard today? Did you get any buckets on Delhi? And I'm like, no, obviously not. Like, and then
It's like, no, Shay picked my pockets 8 times.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, they were really supportive, obviously, and they were like, it's like one of the coolest things you could be doing as a teenager, playing, training at a professional club at this age. So they were just as kind of intrigued as I was with everything, because they were asking heaps of questions.
Yeah, I want to talk about obviously the guard rotation we've got here and the guys you're learning off. I guess especially, as a young guy, you're still filling out your body and you're going up against 3 pretty physical guards. But I guess especially maybe Shay. Shay should win Defensive Player of the Year. Like, he's easily the best defender in the league. How much does that help you, one, going up against someone like that every day, but also getting to, as you said, on game day, just like watch how he navigates screens or denies dribble handoffs and stuff like that. How much is, being around someone like that who's of a similar size to you, how much does that help as you look to sort of carve a role out, whether it be at Melbourne United or you end up going to college or whatever that is?
Yeah, like obviously like having to play against him every day, he pushes me, and I hope when I'm on the scout team and he's on defense, hopefully I push him a little bit, just a tiny bit, because he's probably going at half pace, because he's obviously a great defender, and just watching him, I try and like kind of, and obviously I'm asking his questions, try and pick his brain and say, like, ask him, oh, how did you get around that screen so easily, and how did you do this, and how did you do that? And it's just really cool to be around, like like on game day, it's like I legit just watch him and how he goes defensively, and then on the offensive end, just seeing how poised he is, setting up all the plays and getting people involved. So I'd really molding my game like kind of around him defensively and also offensively as well. I think he's all round just a really complete player, and it's just really, really good to be able to play against him like every day. So yeah.
And on top of all this, you mentioned briefly before that you just got done with under-20s and nationals about a week and a half ago, where you came away with a national championship. Yeah. Can you walk me through that experience? You had a couple of really big games. What was that like, especially when you get down to, you know, a buzzer-beating shot by Southeast Melbourne development player, Aussie Rap? You know, what was that experience like to go and win a national championship?
Yeah, it was awesome. Like I hadn't won one yet.
A couple of national champions here.
Yeah, that's true.
You got one?
Yeah, not under 20s though. In college,
different
system. I wouldn't have been on the under 20s. Actually, for my state, yeah, smaller state. Anyways, keep going.
And then, where was I?
I think I just interrupted you immediately.
Sorry.
So just take it from the start.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, so like, I played 18s and at the same court, and we lost to that Queensland team. So it was all really good to get one back because I hadn't won one because I've gone to 3 and that was my first one. So that was really cool because 16's goal was COVID, so didn't get that. But just the whole week, it was just so much fun. Just with all the boys, we were a really, really tight group. We all, you know, ate every meal together and went to training, and there was music and always laughing, and the coaches were great. We were all really tight with the coaches like Braden Cotter, Andrew Cutler, Kev Gorgian, Zach Molt, so like those, and then Birdie was our team manager, Birdman. So just the whole like 15, 16 of us were just super, super tight, and that's kind of what we rolled with the whole week. And we kind of had some ups and downs with like the playing consistency throughout the week, just because we were kind of beating teams by a lot. So
yeah, you were winning every game by like 40 points.
Yeah, it was. But then obviously getting to finals, we kind of there was kind of a switch, and it was really good to come away with a win.
What were your thoughts on the mystical city of Ballarat?
Not much to do there. Just we kind of went from hotel, stadium, back to the hotel. So
you can go for a nice walk around Lake Wendouree.
Oh, we actually every night us boys we'd go for there'd be like 5 or 6 of us go get a HSP down the road. It was like a 10-minute walk. So there was a little sketchy tunnel we'd have to walk through. So
Gravy Spot?
Pardon?
The Gravy Spot? Is that what you go?
It was called Hot and Tasty Kebab. It's like a little.
I used to live in Ballarat, so these are right. So you don't talk ill of my city.
It was. Yeah, I can't say much about it. To be honest. There wasn't much going on, but you know, we went there for one reason. We kind of got that job done by obviously Oz hitting that big shot, and that was just amazing to be a part of that. That was super cool, and that was just super surreal.
Well, you were said that was supposed to go to you. That was going to be your game-winning shot, yeah?
It was always going to Oz. It was kind of like captain, kind of the guy of the team. It was always going to.
Well, I guess you just knew if it went to OT, it was going to be Foxy time.
Huh? Oh, exactly. Yeah. We tell Oz, step aside. It's my time now, but I'm glad it didn't go to overtime, to be honest, because we were all buggered. We were pretty gassed.
Well, it's been lovely hearing so much about you, and I want to hear a bit more about you.
Yep.
Balls has got some hard-hitting questions coming up after the break.
Want to stay up to date with everything happening at Melbourne United? Download the Melbourne United app today. Filled with videos, audio and articles about your favourite team, it's the one-stop shop for everything Melbourne United. Download the Melbourne United app via the App Store on iOS or the Google Play Store on Android.
And we're back on the Extra Pass podcast, and it's time for Fast 5 with Balls.
Ready?
This is Fast 5 with Balls.
Been waiting for this the whole time. Now we're on to the fun stuff. Yeah, they're hard hitting, so I hope you're ready.
Happy to be back. So is Joel. He's listened to a couple of these, and he said in the break, he's just, I can't wait. I'm finally here. Like, this is just another experience.
He was just like, can Ben just shut up? I just want Balls.
Let's get to the Fast 5. All right, like when we started, or was this before the podcast, when Ben is like, this is the youngest guy we've ever had on.
Yes, I think youngest ever guest.
By quite a while. A few years.
Well, at least.
How many? 3 or 4 years?
It'd be 4 years. I think LT was probably the youngest before that.
So this is, I kind of feel like, the old man that yelling at the kids to get off his lawn, I kind of feel like the old guy asking you questions about what kids are doing these days. So I'm just trying to get like more of a window into your world. Ben might know more too. He's a younger guy.
Yeah.
27?
Yeah, just turned 27 last week.
It's a long way away from 18 though.
Yes,
You're a
it
long
is.
way away from 18. All right, Joel.
Yep.
Slang words. What kind of slang words are kids using these days? My kids play a lot of video games, so they say stuff. I'm going to ask you a couple. Do you say this with your friends? You're selling?
Yeah. Oh, all the time. All the time.
Like, you're selling, mate? Does
yeah.
that sound, yeah?
Do you know what that means?
Yeah. You're like
you
selling
do.
out.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
selling
you're like,
out. Yeah, I deduced that one. Oh, so you do say that. Something they say.
Yeah.
Okay. What about that's cap, bruh?
yeah. We don't really say the bra at the end, but we say, yeah, that's cap. Yeah, obviously if
cap.
someone.
They still say cap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a massive lie, then obviously you got to.
Yeah,
that's
cap.
cap.
Why are you capping?
Yeah.
I always end it with brah to my kids and they just roll their eyes. You got any, Ben?
There are a bunch. I feel like there's a lot of new slang that I just don't.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like goes straight over my head.
Is it what are the what's the new hotness in the streets right now? Slang-wise?
Obviously you got like bet.
Oh yeah, bet. Yeah,
bet.
I know. I've heard that one. Yeah.
There's a few. I just can't think of any.
Yeah. On the spot. That's the hard part about this is when you get put on the
Yeah.
spot. But,
this is one thing we can ask Joel. Joel, do you have Riz?
Oh, that's
Riz,
that's
yeah, I
one.
know
Yeah,
Riz,
yeah,
yeah.
Riz.
That's
But
one you
like
can use.
Riz was, I said more. I used to say Riz, but like that was like when you're like 15, 16. Like, yeah.
You've grown out of
Yeah,
it.
I'm too old for that now. I'm too old for that.
all right. Haircuts. What's up with these haircuts? Now, this is really,
Really going old, man.
And I really feel old man. It's like, yeah, I mean, so, domestic basketball, especially kids. I've got an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old. What is the deal? Have you seen the Edgar haircuts?
Yeah, with
Now, I know you're supposed to tick off older people. Like that's why at that age you get a haircut because older people, they don't know what's cool. And they're right. And I try not to let it bother me, but this haircut bothers me so much. I thought I didn't like mullets. I love mullets now. Bring back mullets. Do you know what the Edgar is?
What's the Edgar?
it's like where it's like just to here.
Yeah, it's like the
here.
bangs are like you got straight bangs.
But you can actually make it look nice. Like I've seen some people who have it like
This sounds like
this.
a guy who wants to get a
Yeah,
haircut.
but then
he's
they
probably
like
going after
they like
this to
fade
go-
it,
Yeah.
fade it off. So there's a few I've seen. And
But
I'm
is it like a bowl? Oh God, is it like a bowl cut?
Kind of.
Yeah.
There's different levels to it.
Yeah.
Like, so if you get it here straight across and then you get like right by the ears, like a tight fade, like,
Yeah.
like even up a little bit. Back here it's kind of fluffy in the back, but then kids will take the bangs down and then back here, they're like feathering it out.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
back
yeah.
to look like, and it looks like,
A few of my mates have that.
yeah, I mean, a lot
boy.
of people have it. Like
Yeah.
every one of my kids' friends.
Does
and
it
I
look
just-
good on any of them?
I don't mind it. Like when I
He's
first
young, though.
saw it,
Of course,
yeah.
he loves it.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to like it. And
That's
it's getting
it's
the
kind
job
of the
done.
new thing. Yeah, mullets and kind of because like a lot of them do it now and they like get like the fade and then they have it like sticking out here.
Puffy in the back.
Yeah,
It
like
looks
curly and yeah.
I grew up around Amish back in Indiana. It looks like an Amish haircut, but Amish haircuts were just as simple as possible. Like they literally put a bowl on their head and just cut around it just because they didn't care. I mean, I don't think they cared. I think it's sort of a religious thing. But let's not get into Amish, but I'm just saying. So the Edgar.
What's the strangest haircut you had as a boy?
I mean, if I was a kid, if I was 14 and all the other kids had that haircut, I would want that haircut. My dad wouldn't have let me.
When you were 14,
My dad
did
wouldn't
you
have
have
let me,
a
but I
did you
wouldn't
have
be
an out
allowed.
there haircut?
I just had I'm trying to think like bowl cuts. Bowl cuts were cool. Like I wanted like you
Just
used
a
to get
bright
it,
orange
like,
bowl cut.
you could get like your hair long on top and parted down the middle. So straight hair parted down the middle and a high undercut. So like, you get it shaved up to here and the hair goes down to there. It's like on both sides. I mean, I wanted that. I wasn't allowed to get it, but I'm just saying like, I've grown out of that. I'm now to the age of like, come on, kids. Can't you just get like a nice fade or
The one that I had when I was a kid was a buzz cut all the way through. And then I started to get like, I just had it to the side and then I got a mullet. I had a mullet for a while and then I've kind of just grown it out.
yeah. No,
Done
I
the
bring back
curtains.
mullets. Mullets are great.
Yeah.
I used to not like them. Now I love them compared to this new one.
Got a few mullets on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they look
LT
great.
used to have a nasty.
he's
That was
incredible.
His
Yeah,
mullet
really
when he
nice.
got here was
Mustache.
Yeah.
filthy.
I like when he's shows up for games and he's got like it's like Bart Simpson when he goes to church and he's got his hair parted down. Like somebody looks like when he shows up to games, he's got it like slicked down and parted down. Then by the end of the game, it's all fluffy again. Okay, 2 good answers. Great stuff. I'm really getting like a good vision into what it's like to be your age. Video games. I know kids like video games. Are you playing Fortnite?
At the moment, I was on the PlayStation a lot, like during COVID and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
But I haven't really.
Yeah.
I play a bit of Fort, and I'm going to start playing. All my mates have like organized like this Minecraft world, and we're all like building a house, like in like the same like little neighborhood. So I'm gonna be like living on my PlayStation, doing that a lot.
It sounds
Yeah,
quaint.
see, Minecraft.
But then obviously you got to buy the 2K every year. Like even if you don't play it, you gotta buy it.
Oh
Even though
god,
it's
I
the
hate
same
it.
game.
You got same game, but you have to buy it. So
I bought it this year. I reckon I played it for less than an hour, and I was like, "This sucks."
yeah, it was pretty ass this year, but it was. I mean, it's like just if you want to hop on with your mates. And
Yeah, that's the
they're
thing.
over,
Like,
that's the thing. You can
that's the
play
thing I
against them.
forget when my kids are playing. It's like you're playing, but it's also they're talking to their friends.
Yeah.
They're having fun with their friends. It's just something foreign to what we were used to.
Do they play a lot?
Yeah, they play a lot. Actually, they won't be listening to this, but we just took it away today. It's going away for a while until they can get their priorities straight.
Like when during COVID, Mum would take him to work because we'd be at home.
because you and just play.
So
all
Mum
day,
would
yeah.
Mum would hide the remotes, and we'd go.
try to.
We'd have no clue what to do. We'd be sitting there just watching TV and
Yeah,
So
watching YouTube.
yeah,
I remember Mum's go-to for that was we had an old Foxtel box, and the old ones used to have to put a card in
Oh yeah,
to make it work.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she would
Just
take the card,
out,
and I'd just be like, "What do I watch?"
Yeah. So video games. What other things do your age kids do for fun?
what else do we do? Like my age,
Going
We're talking
out.
18.
You're 18, so you're
yeah.
going
So
out.
like
yeah.
going to go get some food. We go to Yochi a lot. Have you guys gone to Yochi before?
I do not
It's
know
like
what
this
Yochi is.
frozen yogurt place. It's really good. So
like, yo, my goodness type place. Or?
yeah, like
but
that,
better.
but much better. But it's just frozen yogurt. There's no other food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we do that, and obviously, you know, we go out here and there
Yeah. Yeah.
on a night.
Yeah.
Just if we
On a
feel-
night that
fun.
doesn't interfere with your basketball
obviously,
schedule.
yeah, obviously got a day off or something. We
That
might
sounds fun. I
have a
absolutely
few or something.
would love to be 18 again.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
I
fun.
used to. I don't know if you've seen. You heard of the game where like there's a hoop. You got a stick and you just trying to like you just roll the stick with the. You roll the hoop with a stick. You just keep hitting it over and over and just try to keep it rolling.
You're not from like the 1800s.
Wait, what game?
You had him going.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a joke.
It's a
Every photo or painting you see from like the 1900s is like that's what kids used to do. Is like they have a hoop and a stick, and that's all. The whole game was to just hit it and just try and keep the.
No, the 90s.
rolling.
90s sound boring.
No,
Way
that
too
wasn't
boring.
Just kidding. I didn't do that. But
tell you-
that was just a joke.
I got out on no. Now I can't remember. No, Saturday. I just caught up with a mate. We just went to the park, threw the frisbee. It was
Oh,
great.
love
Kids got to
throwing
get
the
out and
frisbee.
just throw the frisbee.
Yeah, yeah. I do get my kids out, and we throw things. We love just throwing various things. Balls,
like,
frisbee.
I'll go like obviously walk the dog here and there
Yeah,
and just get out and
Just get
about.
out,
But
touch grass, as they say. Oh, that's another one. Do you ever say touch grass? You should touch grass.
no,
That's a new
touch
slang
wood.
thing. Like if someone's like complaining about something or something like
Nah.
they're getting too into their feelings or like complaining about some stupid thing over the internet, you just tell them to go touch grass, meaning like get outside and like
Oh,
live your life. You know.
oh,
like, live
right.
Use
Oh,
that one.
Well, there's
Use
a
that
new one for you.
Yeah, use that one.
No, I get what you mean. No, I think
Do this though. Touch grass, bra. Put bra at the end of it.
put bra at the
To
end.
like
That
to-
might work.
Yeah. Okay.
There is another one where it's like you're playing PlayStation and like you're talking to like you're playing against like randoms and then they're like I don't know like beating you really easily. You like say like yeah go outside like
Yeah, it's the same. It's the exact same thing. Yeah.
I
Touch
get what
grass
you
is the
mean, yeah.
same idea.
yeah I get what you mean
Okay, that was good. Good conversation there. Who'd you look up to growing up? This is more of a serious one. Who'd you look to growing up in the NBL and the NBA, basketball wise, or even any athlete, anything that one that inspired you? I guess it's only talking about a few years ago. Really.
Yeah, I know. He's 18.
Yeah, maybe 10. Maybe when you were 10 to 15.
yeah obviously I was I didn't really follow the NBL a heap because it was more of an NBA. I was like, oh, the
Yeah,
NBA,
you don't have to.
like,
It's
you know,
fine to
you don't
say.
need apologies.
like-
Yeah.
like LeBron and
You
all
weren't
that.
going back and watching old Adam Ballinger tape?
Huh? I can't say I was, no. But like obviously like I'd go to heaps of NBL games still and see CG, and I got like on my phone from like 5-6 years ago, like photos for like selfies of David Barlow and CG and all that. So it was just, yeah. So like looking back, like that obviously, you know, I'd look up to those kind of guys, but then obviously like you got Steph Curry and Kyrie, and kind of like lately it's been more Trae Young. I've been trying to model my game around Trae because obviously he's a smaller point guard. A lot of the smaller, undersized point guards, I try and look up to because obviously if you know they've made it. So
Well, if you can play offense like Trae Young and defense like Shea Lee, I reckon you've got a career.
that
That's
would
the
be
key.
the ideal, the most ideal player to be honest with you. So, but like kind of all those superstars, and then back here obviously still like I look up to Delhi and seeing what he's done in his career, and it's just really cool. So all those guys I look up to.
Who's your favorite NBA player right now?
Right now, I got to go with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shake. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
SGA.
just SGA. He's just super smooth, and
You know who he
he
is.
can.
man?
Yes.
Yeah. You follow the NBA.
Who's he play for?
He plays for the Oklahoma City
Yeah.
Thunder.
I'm just
Okay,
kidding. He probably knows more about basketball than I do. A lot more. Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player
Yeah.
right now, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
choice.
right.
He's just
Yeah.
a machine.
Yeah, the robot. Okay. My favorite is Patrick Ewing. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know Patrick. Ewing.
That's from playing the video game though, probably.
Yeah.
Kids now know.
and oh wait, was he in the? No, he was too old for the Last Dance.
No,
wasn't
he was playing in The Last Dance.
Yeah,
oh,
he
no,
was
no,
in there.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
prime Bulls versus Knicks.
Yeah. That's
Oh yeah,
kind of that
good
kind of
point.
stuff.
Yeah, the last dance.
Do you have any? I always find it interesting. Like, do you have any just like obscure role players that like they're not superstars, but you're like, man, I love the way this guy plays.
There would be a few like Peyton Pritchard.
Oh yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, he's
undersized
real
guard.
tough. Yeah,
Another
another
undersized
undersized
guard.
guard. So, and like kind of like the way that obviously another Australian Dyson comes in,
Yeah.
defends really well, kind of does his thing, and then
Not undersized. He's like 6'8".
he's
Big unit.
big.
Yeah.
Unit, yeah.
All right. How competitive are you with your brothers? There's three of you. You're the middle child,
Yeah.
which means you got to fight to be noticed. You're not
Yeah,
the oldest.
exactly.
You're not
So-
the youngest. You get passed over.
Yeah, well, it used to be pretty like it used to be super competitive, and like it was normally so we have a half, not a half court, but like just below that and outside. So during COVID, it got super competitive. So it was my younger brother and Owen versus me and my dad. And my younger brother at that stage, he was super small, pretty chubby. So Ozzy and my dad would kind of they would just guard each other. And then, but now it's like if me and my dad played against Owen and Austin, we would lose by 100 because he's just as tall as me now. And
Oh, really?
yeah, the younger one can really play. He'll be really, really good basketball player, but it gets super competitive. Yeah. And then even when we were younger, just during like shooting contests and someone would end up crying. Like they'd always
Yeah,
be,
that's the thing.
they're
Like, are
crying.
you
Someone
able-
storms
yeah.
inside
Yeah,
every time.
Every time. Are you able to play one-on-one now? Or as I was going to say, does it usually end in like,
The last time we played one-on-one, it did end in tears, I think. No, yeah, Owen made me cry. And actually, I remember it so clearly because Owen made me want to switch sports to soccer.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I didn't score a point. He was 21-0.
This must have been
This
a
was
little while
like
ago.
2 years ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that was, I haven't played him since.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Don't
imagine
really,
it.
don't really want to play him now either. Maybe now because he's got a sore ankle, but I might get up on him then. But
What was it like even in the preseason when you suited up for United and we played against Southeast? You played against Owen. You had a few possessions where you were on each other. What was that like?
that was kind of just like a moment. Like it was kind of been our dream since a young kid, kind of playing in the NBL. And it was a preseason game. It was still like, I was like, this is crazy going up against my brother, and in the NBL, which is just super super cool. So we kind of spoke about it afterwards, and there's a few photos, which was cool, that we'll probably get framed or something. So, but hopefully there's a lot more games that we play against each other in the NBL as well.
Are you rooting for there to be like a third Victorian team so Aussie can play for them and then the three of you?
Yeah, that'll be
You
perfect.
still live at home. Just all of you live at home.
Yeah,
for
we
the
all
next 10 years.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Just mum and dad. We'll probably get sick of us and want us out, but that'll be super cool actually.
I'm trying to think if the NBL ever put in like an all-star weekend and they did like a 3-on-3 tournament, just the three Foxwells.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be super cool. We should. Is it? There is no. Did there used to be like
There used to be an all-star game. Yep.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Balls was an all-star.
Yeah, I played a few of them.
Yeah, right. Is that
All
cool?
Star really wasn't my game.
Did you-
No one wants to watch mid-range jumpers at an All Star game.
Had you got your citizenship by then, or were you playing for the imports?
Nope, I was an import then, playing for I was gonna say the American team, which was mostly Americans, but no, we lost. I made a few of them, didn't make some of them. Controversially, didn't make some of them. But all right, that's the end of that. Perfect Fast Five. Let's play the outro music.
Last time we hit all the buttons, Lockie took it out.
Did he take it out?
Yep.
Dang it. Well, keep that in. That was good. I need something. Either keep it in or give me some outro music. Quit sitting on your hands, Locke.
Yeah, Lockie's never got
He
anything
doesn't
to
have
do.
anything to do. He's just sitting around watching videos.
Well, we got 2 games left this regular season.
Yep.
Can you walk me through what it's like, what the mindset of the team's like every day as they come in and put the work in as we sort of head towards finals?
Yeah, it's kind of just like even though obviously we've made finals, we're really trying to push for the minor premiership. So it's kind of just don't take a backward step. Yeah, just keep pushing, keep winning, and because you want momentum going into finals for sure. And then obviously we have a FIBA break.
Yeah, so
sometime.
we'll probably, because we'll miss the play-in as well, we'll probably miss about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
After our last game on Sunday.
Yeah, so it's kind of just just keep pushing, keep training hard, and keep the momentum flowing into finals because we're in a really, really good spot at the moment.
You're on that scout team,
Yeah.
that you're going up against the guys every week. I think a few times you've had to put the red bib on and pretend to be Bryce or Jordan Crawford or someone like that. What's that like as you're trying to prepare them by doing your best to just like get up as many buckets as you can?
That's it's super fun. It's actually really, really fun because I can not run around and shoot whatever I want, but it's like I'm kind of the main focus, so I can kind of I guess run around and shoot
green
more
line,
shots.
which you don't usually have.
Yeah,
And
no,
you make- Correct me. You make more shots with that, like
100%,
headspace.
yeah.
It's like I can shoot whenever I want. I can't get in trouble.
Exactly. So
You end up shooting the ball. But I used to have that in college sometimes. Remember Rick Rickert?
I
He
don't.
played in the NBL. I was Rick Rickert once for a game, and he shot every time in college. Like he was their main guy. And I had one of my best practices ever, just because everything's lifted. Like there's no pressure, no nothing. Just go out there and shoot as much as you can, and you'd be amazed about how many times the ball goes in when you're not worried about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like when I was Jalen Adams one time, I was just shooting stuff over my shoulder and lefties.
Coaches
and I
are
was
getting
just
mad, the
like, I was
team's
just
getting
like,
mad,
there's no way I'm making this stuff right now. But that's super fun and also really good for me because it's kind of like, they're all kind of guarding me really tight. So it's like I have to kind of maneuver my way around to even get the ball to start off with. So, and then it's that kind of trend will translate back to when I play in youth league against kids my age. So, that's also super, super cool.
Do you take like, even at under 20s maybe, do you take what you've learnt here and then when someone guards you that your age, you're just like, you're not Chaeli. This is a lot easier.
Oh, 100%. So that's why I feel like at 20s this year, I was a much more kind of complete player in a way because I was not just scoring. I was doing facilitating as well. So it's kind of like if they stop me, I can still find a good pass or like find a good shot. So that's definitely pretty much been all because of United. I don't think I'll be nowhere near at kind of the level I am now if I wasn't down here because I've gotten stronger from the weight room and just competing every day. It's just helped my game so much more in just the how long the NBL season's been going for. So yeah, it's just been great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Foxy, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate you telling your stories and what it's been like the past few months, a hectic past few months. Exciting week coming up with a pair of games, and then we get into finals, and it's all going to really get very, very exciting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Our
It's been
pleasure.
Really good.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Foxy.